Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening. I'm Haritha Kannan, storyteller, educator, connecting from Chennai, India. How are you all doing today? Are you all happy? Yeah, thank you for that response. I'm very happy today as I got this golden ticket to present a workshop in as part of Chennai Storytelling Festival 2024. And I express my heartfelt gratitude to Eric Miller for organizing this day in and day out. And also, I'd like to thank Sheetal and Pratigaya. They have been circulating photos and flyers related to the same in different medias. Yeah, the session is titled as Pop Your Anger Bubble. And we are going to see a lot of stories and activities related to that. And the idea here is to understand what is anger, why do we get anger, is it okay to be angry, how do we recognize anger and channelize it in an assertive way? And what are the things that we can do in long term as well as in short term to tame our anger so that it doesn't harm ourselves and also others? And before we start, I thank everyone for turning on your video. If possible, you can just come on video for a couple of seconds. We'll do an interesting game before we start. Okay, position your right finger this way. Imagine this is you. Yes. And sometimes people ask you, isn't it, when you're not in a good mood, are you angry? Most of the time we say, no. But if you're really want to acknowledge that, yes, I am. So shall we just acknowledge it? Are you angry? Yes, I am. Are you angry? Sometimes we say, no, I'm not. No, I'm so cool. Being in Chennai in summer season, sometimes I say, I'm so cool. Yeah, you get that? Can we try that again? This is you. And imagine you're angry and someone asks you, are you angry? Yes, I am. You say sometimes, yes, I am. And sometimes you say no. So the challenge is this. You have to swap. Are you angry? Yes, I am. And sometimes we say, are you angry? No, I'm not. I'm super cool. Are you angry? Yes, I am. Yes, Renu. In one of your hand, it should be, so you should be pointing one finger flat this way. Yes, Tanya, that's right. You're getting it. Yes, Priyanka. And Eric, can you also try? I saw you trying sometime before. Yes, Meenakshi, you're getting it right. Rachel, Nina, if you want to try, you can join me. Are you angry? Yes, I am. And sometimes we say, are you angry? No, I'm not. I'm perfectly cool. This is called point the rabbit game that we try with children. You can even try it with your children and your siblings, nephews, niece. It's an interesting brain gym, actually. Yeah, for the last 10 counts. Are you angry? Yes, I am. Are you angry? No, I'm not. That's quite a tough one to do. It makes you mindful. It makes you calm. It makes you relaxed. It makes it fun. Oh, yes, Nirenu, that's right. Yes, Priyanka. Meenakshi, Gauri, thank you for that. Neena, Tanya, Roja. Yes, Roja, keep trying. Are you angry? Yes, I am. Are you angry? No, I'm not. Yes, thank you for that. Let's relax ourselves. Keep trying this, okay? It will keep you young, I believe. This is a super cool brain gym. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that, joining me in this lovely activity. Thank you. So now we got this opportunity to present a workshop in Chennai Storytelling Festival. I wanted to do specifically with respect to anger because I came across lots of stories which indirectly spoke to me about how I can and we can recognize, control anger in a good way. And what do you think? Whenever we get angry, is it good for us? What is your opinion on the same? Is it okay to feel angry? You can even make use of the chat box.
It is okay to feel angry, but we should resist acting out when we are angry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that, Priyanka. Okay, we have different feelings, isn't it? And anger is one of those emotion that is very, very important. And day in and day out, every day we get certain situations where we get triggered ourselves. We turn ourselves red. And sometimes we don't have any control of that situation. And we move from the state of being very calm, little irritated, upset over something, getting frustrated, angry, and then we just break out, isn't it? Break out of rage, and we get very furious. Those moments are the level 5 in the anger meter. And if you're getting angry in this way, like you can't control, you get angry very impulsively, very often, then that there needs to be some addressing done to that, isn't it? Then also, there are different ways when we get anger. When you are seeing injustice, when people are ill-treated, when something that happens to you which hurts you a lot physically, mentally, then getting anger at that moment is really right, because we need to tell the other person or the people involved that you are getting anger because some situation is not good. For global issues, we can think some people are very, very concerned over the environment, isn't it? They feel angry whenever Mother Earth is hurt. In that case, we can never say anger is bad for them, isn't it? They will turn their thoughts into actions, and something or the other good will happen to Mother Earth when we are speaking about many social issues. But when it comes to day-to-day life, when we are working in the office, when we are at home, the certain situations triggers it. Just like that, it just shoots our temperature, and then we turn very, very angry. So in this workshop, we are mainly going to focus on those issues, day-to-day activities, which really turns us red, makes our eyes red and cheeks red, and how to do, what to do in those times, what all things on a longer term, and also on those moments we can do, so that we can just keep calm, and also going to acknowledge the anger and also give a response to the anger feeling that we have. And I just have a few things. Sometimes people confuse with aggression and anger. Aggression is mostly when you start to get very violent in terms of throwing things on the floor, throwing things on people, and getting very violent, physically contacting people and then we're hurting them. Those things are called the aggression. Sometimes people confuse between anger and aggression. So I just want to sort out the difference between that. We can definitely channelize and control our anger in an active and a positive, assertive way, without going through the aggression state. Today we'll see some activities related to that. And I have a quick rapid fire question. I want you fingers on the chat box. Maybe it is just simple yes, no. Some of you would have already filled the questions that I've asked, because this has been circulated in the mail list by Eric. I will just go through the same questions because some of you are new to this workshop. So just keep your fingers on the chat box. Whatever comes to your mind, you can type it instantly. Okay, here we go. Are you angry now? Oh, Nina says yes. Okay. Are you angry now? No, most of the responses are okay. No. Do you get angry very often? The second question. Okay, thank you for that. Do you get angry very often? The third question. Can you pause a second before you respond to your anger? Is it possible for you to pause a moment? Okay, many people say yes. Yes, at times. Yes, not very often. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Occasionally pause, yes, but not always. I get angry when people ask me if I'm angry. Okay, Eric, that makes me laugh. Okay, now do you repent after your red moments? After you're turning angry? Yes, most of you say yes or no. Let me see. Okay, no. Suzanne ma'am says no, sometimes. Okay, thank you for that. And do you think anger is something you want to possess or you want to shed it away in some or the other way? I don't want it to possess. I want to put it in some action or shed it away in a good manner. Yes, shed it away. Thank you for that. So none of us wants to keep our anger, isn't it? It might hurt ourselves. Okay, manage it. That's a wonderful word, managing. Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, now I want you to draw or imagine yourself, as we spoke a lot of things about how you feel when you're angry. Have you seen yourselves when we turn when you turn ourselves into a red mood or a angry mood? Have you seen yourselves? Have people anytime described you after you have subsided after a couple of days? You know what, Haritha? How you looked that day, it was hilarious. When you think about that, sometimes it turns a hilarious moment, isn't it? And it also feels silly. Oh, did I get mad for that? Okay, I mean to channelize it so it doesn't happen. Yeah, that's wonderfully told, Rachel. Okay. As Eric is not there, I'm trying to share the screen myself.
I'm sorry. Oops. I'm here. Okay, you have it. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Eric. So, how do you look when you're angry? I don't want to call these as monsters, but I found it funny, isn't it? Sometimes we open our mouth wide, sometimes we frown, and then our eyebrows goes up. Sometimes we just turn, isn't it? You just turn and we don't like to talk. How do you think you look whenever you feel angry? Is there any picture that you can relate to? You clutch your fist. Is there anything that you can relate to? Okay, frowning octopus. Oh, fine. Pink bird. Oops, sorry. You can just give a couple of moments to just go. You can just even close your eyes and imagine how you look whenever you are angry. This is just for fun. And look at this image, the second one, in the second row. Sometimes we don't show it or expose it, isn't it, that we are angry. Sometimes we keep it to ourselves. We don't dare to share it to people even close to us. The second blue image on the second row is exactly that. Even though I'm angry, I don't show it in my face. I don't show it in my body. Have you ever felt that? You just keep it to yourself. You don't talk to anyone. You just go to a room and then you keep it to ourselves. We have moments like this, isn't it? Even that is kind of an anger where we don't expose. Even that is not going to be good when we don't expose it to others and try to explain or reason. Okay, I hope you have identified one of the picture here as I can't see the chat. I'll just close it for a second. And see the chat. The red monster. People say I turned red. Okay, the ninth one, shrieking bird. I think I have an expression. The nostrils are flat, flayed. Okay, fine. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for all that response. Even I can relate to all of these. And whenever we turn angry, the thing is, we build an iceberg. You know, we build a big iceberg, and people who are outside are able to see only that iceberg. We turn very big, we turn very hot, but what is below the iceberg in the sea level, most people don't give time or take time to understand it, even speak about it, isn't it? When I go and attend an interview, I did so well, but because of some politics, maybe I didn't get the job offer. I feel disappointed. But because of the hard work, why I didn't get a job, that might trigger an anger in me, isn't it? There are many emotions and feelings that are associated with it. One of my friends said, whenever she is hungry, she immediately wants to eat. Let it be in office, let it be in a mall, let it be at her house. And if there is no food in the fridge or on the stove, she immediately turns angry. Even to order online and to get the food, it takes 10 to 15 minutes. And she can't contain her anger in that way. Isn't it? Even hunger can make you angry, disappointments, insults, people who cheat, and whenever you feel very guilty, being a working professional or at home, whenever we are overwhelmed with lots of work, and maybe we are not able to support some elders at home or children at home, they are looking for us, they are waiting for us for some job to be done. By the time we come home, let imagine they just slept off in a bad mood and we are not able to support them. That feeling of guilt also makes us angry, isn't it? Why did I do this? Why I was not able to complete the work and be on time and maybe support my family members, or even at home, even in office, when your friend asks you for some help and you're not able to provide. So even those kind of uh, emotions will trigger anger. So we're just, I want you to have a look at the iceberg that all of us can feel, isn't it? On the top is the tip and the big, humongous iceberg. But what is below? Below, in our heart or in our body, what all feelings do we feel that makes us angry? Even loneliness. I'm just reading certain words here for those who are not able to see the screen for some reasons. Whenever feel fear, hurt, disappointment, frustrated, shameful, guilt, insecure, grumpy, nervous. So all these kind of feelings will definitely make us angry. I'll quickly want you to, if possible, draw an iceberg of this sort, and below the sea level, what all feelings you think you want to acknowledge in this moment that makes you angry. If possible, I'll to request you to take your notebook and maybe a couple of feelings that you feel whenever you feel angry. If you can just try to write them now. And this is common, isn't it? Whenever you fall in love with someone and you are rejected by the person, or uh, you are feeling trapped. No one is trapping you inside your room, but you don't know what is the next thing that I want to do in my life. That kind of a feeling makes you trapped, and you don't know what is the next step that you're going to take. And people come and talk to you at that moment. You feel trapped, isn't it? So I just want you to take a few moments and draw this iceberg. I'm sure it will definitely help you to get inside your heart and mind and find the different feelings that you can associate to yourself whenever you're turning red. Okay, I think you're done. So these underlying feelings, whenever we are feeling angry, they are called the triggers. So the first thing is to understand your trigger. Am I really angry? What is behind my reason to be angry? So understanding your trigger, these are called triggers, that feelings that we just saw below the ice level or the sea level. Those are called triggers. So understanding your triggers behind your anger, the real reason behind your anger. Even when your family members or your friends, they are in angry mood, you can just take a moment to ask them, I understand that you're really angry, but what is the reason behind you being angry? Or you're disappointed in some way, or you're feeling guilt in some way, or you're anxious about something that makes you angry in this moment. Maybe you can even talk with your family members or friends whenever you see them angry. So that is the first thing, that is to acknowledge the trigger that is behind your red moments. Yeah, being lied to, betrayal of trust. Yes, I understand that. But hunger and anger are closely related. I too get that way. Okay. So from triggers, next we are moving to the cues that we have. In my childhood days, whenever, even in school days, whenever I got angry, my sister used to say, Haritha, I can easily identify that you're angry because you start to talk in English. Because in my home, my siblings and my mom know English, my others don't know English. But for some reason, whenever I'm angry or upset or even insulted, I start to talk myself in English. And my sister used to make fun. Okay, don't be like this in school. they are asking you to talk in English, you keep talking in Tamil. But whenever you're angry, you start to talk in English. So that is one of my cues that my body is telling me, okay, I'm angry. But in a similar way, there are many other visible clues that our body gives to ourselves. We clutch our fist like this, isn't it? Our eyes turn red, and then I even start to shiver whenever I'm not able to control my feeling. I even start to shiver. I start to shiver. And people won't stand in a place. They start to walk here and there. They try to throw things. They even try to hit themselves, isn't it? Hit the wall or slam the door. There are many visible clues that our body gives to tell you, okay, you're not normal, you're getting angry. After trigger, the next thing that we need to identify whenever we are angry is to know what are the clues, the visible clues that your body is giving to you. Imagine a car is driving from Kanyakumari to Kashmir for thousands and thousands of kilometers. Some point the car will tell you, isn't it? I'm turning very hot. Why don't you give me a pause? See, I'm giving all kind of heat and the fumes and the sounds. I'm giving you everything. Why don't you give a pause? So we naturally stop the car or cool down the car. In this way, similar to that, even our body gives us some visible clues. I'd like to show some of the visible clues that most of us have. Uh, and I'll also like you to note down after the trigger moments, what are the clues that your body is giving to you? Out of, out of these actions, what do you generally do to know that you are angry? Children generally roll on the floor, isn't it? When you don't buy them some things, whenever we go to the market, they can't control themselves. They start to roll and then keep asking, okay, I want this object. And even we are finding it hard to breathe. And those moments we take a continuous breath at those times. Yeah, we back talk, charge at people, hit things, kick. I'm not encouraging any of these, but this is generally universally done by all of us as human beings. I'm not encouraging any of these, just to understand what are the visible clues our body gives to us to know that you're not normal. You're in an angry mood now. So maybe you can take a few moments to understand what all you do whenever you're angry. What all visible clues that your body and mind gives to you to tell you that you're angry. If possible, others can even make use of the chat box to type in what are the clues that your body gives to you whenever you're angry. One of my friends said during my discussions, she'll generally go to sleep where whatever time of the day it is, whenever she is angry, she find herself that she wants to take rest, she wants to sleep. So even you find it that your body needs rest, even that kind of an indication is also possible. But these are generally the common ones that most of us see in ourselves and also with the people around us. I hope you have noted down some of the clues that your body is giving to you. So we've seen two main things. One is the trigger or the underlying emotions associated with anger. And the second one is the clues your body is giving to you to tell you, okay, now you're angry. Now what next we can do? What the next most important thing that we can do is to react to it. There are many ways to react to it, but the main thing is to take at least a few seconds of pause and decide what to do. So the next sequence of steps that we are going to see is what are the things that you can do in those, even in those few seconds of pause that you want to take before you're responding to your angry moments. Okay, the first thing is to understand the things that are in your control in your life. Imagine I go for I come very prepared for a presentation or an event. I start early from my house. I try to take the best possible route and then I try to reach the place. But there is a metro construction that is possible in any city throughout the world, isn't it? Which is totally stopping me to reach that location. Even if I have to walk, it will take a couple of hours for me to reach the location. In that case, am I responsible for that? Am I control of that? Imagine something of that sort which is naturally happened or because of some external situations stopping me to achieve my goal for that day. Am I responsible for that? Definitely no. So one of the main thing or the resolution that you can do to control or channelize your anger is to, even in those few seconds, just take and realize, am I in control of this for whatever has happened? Am I responsible for this? If not, even that thought will calm you down. So for us to, now we are going to do something called circle of control. The innermost circle will be the things that you are in control, like the food that you take, the work that you are saying, okay, yes, I can take this kind of work. Yes, I can take this kind of work. I am capable of doing it, or you want to try it. Or your own health, isn't it? Where waking up early, exercising, or your own gym routine, whatever it is. And the time that you want to spend with your family. Things of these kind are in your control. But what about the other things? Your manager, the way he deals with you, or the way he talks with you. When you're waiting for your friend and then he's not turning up, he or she or they are not turning up. Certain things are literally not in our control. So the next thing is to understand what is in my control, the circle of control. I want you to draw the innermost circle and name the things that you are in control of. And in the outermost box, you can write anything that comes to your mind where you feel that you are not in control of, where you want to talk or feel bad about what other people tell about you, other people's remarks or their statements, how they share their feeling with you, how they react to your actions. So those things come in the outermost box, that is, which is not in my control. And I would like to reiterate why this is important, because when you're angry and you want to react, I want you to take a few moments of pause and just imagine, is this in my control? The way the person is reacting to you, the way the person is talking to you, am I responsible for this? Is this even in my control? If you understand that you're not in control of it, that will definitely calm you and give you a time to react in a assertive way. Yeah, I want you to take the next page. I want you to write your own things that you can control. This is the example that I have. Imagine we have a friend and she is working and she is having 3 kids. And there can be many things that can go right or wrong in her everyday life, isn't it? This is an example of how you can draw your own circle of control. I want you to make something of this. Be specific. Can be a time detail. What time you're going to wake up. Is that in your control? I'm having a toddler at home. Really, I don't have control of the time I can wake up. I can wake up early sometime because of my baby. I can get up late sometimes. So I will not be adding that in the innermost circle. So getting up at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning, I will not be adding that. But if you're thinking, you can give a specific detail. Yes, I'll go to the gym at this time. I will talk to my parents or friends weekly once. Is that in your control? You can even add those things. So in the innermost circle, you can add specific details of whatever is in your control. Here we are seeing the example of Sarah. She is a working mom of 3 children. For those who are not able to see the screen, I'm just reading. In her things of control, whatever she has written is getting to bed by 11 o'clock in the night, sticking to 2 coffees, exploring career change, saving money, growing her own vegetables and fruits. So these things are in her control. And what are the things that she has least control or no control at all? That goes in her outermost circle. Worrying about the future financially, making some time for myself, motivating my kids to study, making some time for my husband. These things are where she has less control of some extent. And the outermost box is the one where we don't have any control. We can't say, we can't even guess what's going to happen. For example, the things that we don't have control are my boss getting angry, paying back my dues, not enough time for housework. For those who wants to send in the chat, you can first type in what all things do you think you are in control of. I want you to even add specific details like time or the amount that you will also mention in your innermost circle. Time for going to bed, meal times. Yes, thank you for that. Okay. So the first way where we saw to channelize our anger in a assertive way is to acknowledge or understand our circle of control. Now we are going to the second way, which is also important, is to do a positive self-talk. Whenever we are angry, we say that, oh, no one likes me. I am lonely in this whole world. Even that kind of a feeling makes you angry, isn't it? For example, I would like to cite a situation where all of us went through this corona pandemic. At that time, it was very new for us to be stay indoors, isn't it? We are not able to visit our friends. We are not able to go for shops. We were not able to do office work. We are not able to do any events. But that was the first time when you faced it. How did you feel? We would have naturally have this negative thought, isn't it? Oh no, I'm not able to meet anyone. Oh no, I'm not able to do my everyday work. My father is someone who wants to go for walking every day. Even if one day, if he misses that, he feels angry. That shows in his day-to-day life. For someone who is very, very strict in following a ritual, everyday ritual, I wake up at this time, I do this work, I go to office, I come back, I relax for some time, I have my tea or coffee, watching a series. Even if one of this is missed, they are easily get angry, isn't it? But what do we do in those times? So we do a self-talk to ourselves. I again want to talk about the corona time. When we say, "Oh no, I'm not able to step out of my house," what other way you can talk to yourself? This is called cognitive reframing. This is one important way in which you want to channelize your anger. This is called cognitive reframing. So whatever you're thinking, which is on the negative side, you're going to turn that self into a positive one. So whenever you feel like, oh no, not going to go out because of this corona, how other way you can rephrase it? I am safe in my house. That is the most important thing for me now, isn't it? Because I am alive, I am safe. And for the second thing, I'm not able to see my loved ones during Corona lockdown time. If you feel like, oh no, what will I do? I'm not able to see my loved ones. How do you restructure that? How do you rephrase that? You can even think in this way. Oh, I'm safe in my house. Even my friends and family, they are safe in their house. So whatever negative thoughts you get, you turn that into a positive way. That is quite challenging. If I give you some examples, you can write it yourselves. The third one I want to say is, what am I going to do? What will my friends do without seeing me? How do you restructure that? Reframe this sentence. That's okay. Let them wait. Let them wait. Anyways, the lockdown will be open. I'm going to see them some or the other day. It can be a couple of months. I'm going to see them. So whenever you're angry, whatever negative feelings that you have at that moment, try to take one of those statements and then turn it into a positive way. This is called cognitive restructuring or cognitive reframing. Control over my behavior, time for breakfast, lunch, dinner, time for family. Yeah, thank you for that. Time for going to bed. Okay. For those who are listening, I would like to ask one question. Most of us feel procrastinated and lazy, isn't it? If someone is feeling this way, I'm lazy, I can't do anything, I'm not fit for any job at all. How do you reframe this in a positive way? This is kind of a negative sentence, isn't it? If you are having this kind of a feeling after being rejected in a job or after being rejected by some work that you wanted to really do, How do you reframe this? You can take it as a work or activity that you can try now. I'm fit for nothing. Imagine I'm having this kind of a feeling and I'm getting really angry because I see everyone around me are doing something or the other. They are having a good life. It's true, isn't it? We compare ourselves and then we feel lonely and then rejected and we have this feeling. So how do you respond to this kind of a negative feeling? I'm fit for nothing. Is that is a thought that you're having in mind? How do you restructure it into a positive way? You can take a few moments to write it in your note. Yeah, I can do something creative like storytelling or singing. That's wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Nina. Okay, I hope you have written. What I would write is there are abundant resources available in the internet today. Why not I learn something and then I try something new? Okay, it is okay that I didn't do well in my previous job. I know that I didn't fit well in that job, but I can definitely try something new, learn a new skill, and then I can really apply for a new job. Point to something you have done in the past. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's another good thing to do. Think about your past and really appreciate yourselves. Okay. So this is the second way. The first one that we saw is to acknowledge and know what is in our control, the circle of controls. The second one is cognitive restructuring or reframing. And the third one that we are going to see is be self-positive. And you have to find your own mantra. We all know all is well, isn't it? All is well. Whenever we are feeling down, we say, or we even say to our children, all is well, don't worry, all is well, everything is well. So what is that one mantra that you will do? I'm currently okay. I really would like to share one story that my friend shared with me. She has done engineering, which is with respect to technology, computer science, for 4 years. In India, we do bachelor's of engineering for 4 years. And we tried to do our jobs at the last year, attend various interviews. And you know how many interviews she did attend. Many technical companies came to her college, and she tried 22 rounds of interviews. 22 companies. It was in her college and even out of her college, and she got rejected in all those jobs. Sometimes she went till the last level and she was said, no, we are not offering job to you. And then sometimes even in the first level, she was rejected. And you know what kind of feeling she had at that time? She must be really angry, isn't it? In her class, everyone got placed, but she was not getting placed. And she was the only one who was there without a job there. What kind of a positive thinking or a mantra that she can create for herself? You know how she got a job beautifully? Do you have any guess? On the 23rd interview, she really got a job. And do you know how she channelized her anger and then she pursued the job? Okay. All these days, she was attending only technical interviews and she was trying to get into an IT industry for the technical roles for development or testing. And on the 23rd interview, what she did was to apply for a HR. She applied for a HR interview and then she got it, and she was asked by the interviewers, you have done an engineering degree and why do you want to even apply for HR role that doesn't suit your the degree that you have got? And she said, I have been through 22 interviews and I know how bad and how much pain I feel in my heart when I was rejected. I don't want that to happen to my fellow engineering students. As much as possible, I want to find the good thing in them and then give a job to them. So with that one line, with that one positive mood or the perspective that she changed, she got her job. So in any anger moments that you have, all you need to do is find that one positive thing. Even create a mantra like this too shall pass. This situation is not going to remain forever. I can change this. All is well. So what is that one mantra that you are going to tell yourself whenever you find yourself in an angry mood? You can even try to write it or even draw it. Prepare yourself to swim across a winner. That's wonderful. Life is a roller coaster of emotions and happening. I love that, Nina. Thank you for that. So this is the way, this is the mantra that I want you to create. It can be any one-liner. All is well, I am enough, I can do this, it is okay, it is another bad day, but tomorrow will not be the same. It can be any mantra that you want to tell yourself. I can go through this. And the famous one that we all know is this too shall pass. This situation is never going to be the same ever again. So I want you to write that one-liner that you will tell for yourself in a positive way. That will help you to control your anger. You can make use of the chat box to create your own mantra. If anyone wants to share the mantra that you have created, that you want to tell yourself, that whenever you get angry, you can even feel free to share that. I am enough. I am capable. I can do this. I can cross this bridge. This is not going to remain the same. A few examples that you can tell yourself that whenever you find yourself in a black mood, just chill. Yeah, that's cool. Chill, Madi, chill, just chill. Okay, next we are going to go inwards, find the why. Yeah, that's another important thing. Yes, you can do this. Or you can say this to yourself. Find the reason behind your anger. Yeah, thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for that. That's lovely. Whenever we turn angry, our body also has its own internal responses, isn't it? It secretes the stress hormones, and then our heartbeat start to increase. We have our blood pressure increasing, and even to a certain level, our immune system also gets a little disturbed, is what I read as a part of this anger management session. How well you can be attentive to your body and then try to calm down. That is another way that we can definitely do whenever we want to control ourselves or channelize our anger, that is to find your own calming corner. So it can be at your home or in your office or somewhere outside in your backyard. I want you to find that calming corner that you all like to go, and you can do a couple of activities there. A few of them are like meditating, listening to a peaceful music that you want to go to a sleep, cuddle a pillow, go to a sleep, grab some sleep. Get creative. There are different forms that we can express our anger, isn't it? We can doodle, we can do mandala art, gond art, folk art, or even different forms of dance forms, Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, whatever you like to do, you can do all those. These are a way of expressing your anger. Whenever you're in movement, your body will definitely let go of the anger that it is holding on to. And this is the most common one, counting 1 to 100 or 1 to 1000. That is not my favorite because I won't have that enough peace of mind to count. But you can identify your strategy that you want to do in that calming corner. If you are okay with counting 1 to 100 in the forward way, reverse way, that is fine. And also to write a letter to John, or whoever you feel angry, you can try to write a name and literally put on all the words that you're having in your heart to write a letter to that person. And end of day, feel grateful for all that you're having in your life. If you feel appreciate all that you have food, you have shelter, you have lovely friends who can take care of you. Some grateful thoughts in your life that you want to go through yourself in your mind, it will definitely calm you. I want you to practice the breathing exercise because breathing is the number one thing that you will do when you're not feeling well, isn't it? Anxious, frustrated, you're upset. Breathing will do wonders, is what all the researchers say. So let's try some breathing exercise now. If you're listening to me, I want you to sit down somewhere relaxed. The breathing exercise that we are going to do is called balloon breathing. This is a very basic and then very easy to do. I hope you are all in a place. I just want you to relax your arms, relax your legs, let go of any hard feelings that you have, any dull feelings that you have in your heart, in your mind. Let go of all those feelings now. Yeah, thank you. Feel at calm. Imagine you are somewhere in a lovely place, maybe in an ocean or sitting somewhere in the meadows with a breeze surrounding you. While breathing, I don't want you to go your shoulders up. Some people do that. So I want you to keep one of your hand on your chest and the other hand on your tummy. On one hand on your chest, one hand on your tummy. I want you to pick your favorite color. Can be pink, blue, black, white, yellow, orange. And you're going to blow the balloon. Now you're not going to blow the balloon with your mouth, holding it on your hand. The balloon is inside your tummy. Imagine the balloon is inside your tummy. So as you inhale, you're going to blow the balloon as big as possible. I'd like to request you to do the inhalation and exhalation process for at least 5 seconds. Here we go. One hand on my chest. I'm totally relaxed. None of the thoughts are disturbing me. I'm focusing on myself and my breathing. There's a balloon in my tummy. It's totally flat and I'm going to inhale and make it very, very big. Yes. On the count of 3, let us all inhale and blow the balloon. 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 5 seconds. See that your tummy is coming out because the balloon has been blown. Now, while you're exhaling, open your mouth and blow outside. Yeah, that's right. Again, let's try to inhale, make the balloon big in size. The balloon is big now, my tummy is out. I'm going to exhale with my mouth open. Let's try for the third time. If you can change the color of the balloon now, I'm changing mine to orange. What color is yours? Inhale, make the balloon big. Exhale with your mouth out. Let's try one more time. Inhale. The balloon is big and round. Blow out with your mouth open. We're just going to have a little twist now. You can just feel relaxed in the same moment. As you inhale and exhale, just try to hold your breath, maybe at least for 3 seconds. Let's follow the instruction now. Imagine the balloon inside is flat. You're going to relax your shoulders, relax your whole body. Close your eyes if you want. Imagine something or a place that you love to visit. Inhale for the count of 5. I'm inhaling to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the balloon inside me is big. Now hold on for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now exhale with your mouth out, open. Yeah, we're going to try this holding exercise again. Balloon breathing plus holding. Inhale for 5 seconds. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. Exhale with your mouth open. Yes, thank you for that. I hope all of you are done with me. You are doing with me. Yeah, thank you for that acknowledgement. This is one basic breathing exercise. I would also like to teach one more, which is a square breathing exercise. Imagine, or you can visibly find any shape, any object that is square in shape. So you start from even this zoom window, we all are visible in rectangle or square forms, isn't it? So start from one corner of the square box. As you go up, you inhale, and in the flat surface or the horizontal surface, you exhale. As you come down, you inhale, and as you see the horizontal line, you exhale. If you're not comfortable with the balloon breathing, you can try this. So let's try this. Imagine or locate an object that is square or rectangle in shape and start with one corner of that square. So as you go up the square, let's all inhale. And I'm going flat, I exhale. I'm coming down the square, inhale. I'm going flat, I exhale. Yes, one more time. You find a square and you're going to track the corners of the square for you to inhale and exhale. The square is going to direct you in your breathing exercise now. Your Zoom windows are ready here. You can go to the speaker view. All of us are in the square or rectangular format. You can track that. So let's try one more time. Spot that one corner of the rectangle. As you go up, you inhale. Now you exhale, going flat. Now you come down, you inhale. You exhale as you go flat. Yeah, thank you for following that. This is one of the best easy breathing exercise that you can do to calm yourself in your calming corner or in any spot. It can be your office location, even while you're going in a car. This is one important thing that you can do. I have a quick question. What is the difference between a dog and then a tortoise? You can unmute and say, or you can even type it in the chat box. Yeah, box breathing. That's right. That's correctly mentioned. Box breathing. Cool, it's simple mantra. Thank you for that, Gauri. So what do you think can be the difference between a dog and then a tortoise? Dogs are soft, but tortoise aren't. Okay, that is a visible difference, isn't it? Yes. Have you seen dogs go panting? Often they breathe quickly. In maybe a few seconds, they take a couple of inhalation and exhalation they do. But tortoise, in a minute, they do only once, 4 cycles of inhalation and exhalation. You know, they live for long years, even hundreds and hundreds of years. Tortoise are very well known for that. But we all know that dogs have a very short span of life. So if you watch your breath, if you are taking control of long and mindful inhalation and exhalation process, it is sure that we are also going to be the tortoise in living long. Do you agree with me? A dog is quick, a tortoise is slow. Yes, fast and furious dogs. That's right. So whenever you are feeling a little dismotivated or you're feeling dull and tired to practice a breathing exercise, think about the tortoise and think about the dog. You can even find motivation from the pet animals that are around us who are teaching a lot of lessons to us. Yeah, slow and steady tortoise. Yeah, thank you for that, Neena Girish. So what we saw is in the calming corner, what all we can do, we can sleep, we can get creative, we can dance, we can draw, we can do breathing exercises like this, and we can even sleep. And one more important thing is to do a progressive muscle relaxation. This is very, very important. Why? Because we saw the clues of anger, isn't it? I'm going to fold my fingers. I'm going to show my arms like this. You know how strong I am. You can never fight with me. Or my eyebrows go up whenever I get angry. Did you say that kind of a statement to me? Those are visual clues that our body gives to ourselves. This progressive muscle relaxation will help us identify if anything or any muscle is getting tensed. It will really help us in know, okay, this part of the muscle is getting tensed, and identify that we are going into an angry mood. After this, once as this breathing exercise is done, this is the next step. After breathing exercise, you can do this progressive muscle relaxation. This is also very, very important exercise that you can do every day. It is not only enables you to control your anger, but it is also very good for your whole body. Yeah. For this also, I want you to sit relaxed in a place. It can be in your armchair. You can even find yourself in a sleeping position. That's fine. The ideal thing is to wear loose clothes, to find a calming corner where no one will disturb you without much noise. You find the situation to be very, very serene and soothing to you. Yeah. We start with our eyebrows. The part we are going to do is to tension all the muscles in our body, group by group. We are going to group our muscles, tense it, and then release it. Like we inhale for 5 seconds and exhale for 5 seconds. The same thing that we are going to do, but now with the different body parts, the muscles inside our body, we group them and we are going to do. We are just going to do the first half of the body today, considering the time that we have. So let's start with our eyebrows. Yeah, you're going to raise your eyebrows as high as possible. For 5 seconds, you're going to relax it for 5 seconds. Yeah, that's right, Neena. That's right, Priyanka. One more time, you're going to raise your eyebrows as high as possible and you're going to relax it. Yes. Now we are slowly going to our eyes. As you do this, you can say the mantra that you have chosen. All is well, cool it, chill it, relax, relax. I like to say myself, relax, relax as I cause tension and relax my muscles. You can choose the mantra that you have decided. Now we are going to our eyes slowly. I'm going to close my eyes tightly for 5 seconds. And then I'm going to relax for 5 seconds. I'm going to shut my eyes tightly for 5 seconds. I'm going to relax it for 5 seconds. Yeah, you can watch your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale as you cause tension and exhale as you release your muscles. Now we are slowly coming to our mouth. Keep in mind that you let go of all the anger, all the fears or anything that causes trouble to you. You're not going to hold on it now. You're completely in a state of peace of mind. Now go to your mouth. Open your mouth wide as possible. That is tensioning your mouth. As you exhale, you can relax your mouth. Yeah. Open your mouth. Yes. Now relax your mouth. Yeah, thank you. Now we are slowly moving to our shoulders. Keep the mantra, the positive mantra that you have chosen in your mind. Focus on your breath. Now we are going to raise and cause tension to our shoulders. Raise your shoulders as high as possible. Inhale for 5 seconds. Rest your shoulders for 5 seconds. Raise your shoulders for 5 seconds. Cause tension to your shoulder blades. Hold for 5 seconds. Now we are going to relax your muscles. Yeah, that's right. Now we are going to move your shoulder blades backside this way. As if you do exercise of this kind, you're going to move your shoulder blades backside for 5 seconds. Cause tension to the muscles on your back for 5 seconds. Focus on your breath. Keep the positive mantra in your mind. Relax. Just chill. Everything is going to be fine. And you're going to relax for 5 seconds. Yeah, cause tension to your shoulder blades. Move backside for 5 seconds. Yes, come back. Exhale as you come back. Relax. Now the focus is on your chest. Cause tension to the muscles. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Let's move down slowly to our tummy. Sulk or push your tummy inside. Cause tension to all the muscles in your tummy, in and around your tummy. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Again, push your tummy inside. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Yeah, now focus is on your fingers. You open your fingers wide. Yeah. Make a fist. Make a strong fist as much as possible. Inhale for 5 seconds. And exhale. Inhale for 5 seconds. And exhale. Yeah, that's right. Now imagine you're showing your biceps. That's the way you're going to cause tension to your arms. Yes, I'm strong. I'm relaxed. Yeah, that's lovely, Priyanka. I love that. Let me try that. So cause tension to your arms, forearms, your entire arm. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale. Yeah, that's right. So we've done this for the first half of our body. We can do the same for our bum, for our thighs, for our entire legs, and also for our feet. Doing this will make you aware of that your muscles are getting tense whenever you're angry. But how do we do? We start with maybe 5 to 10 minutes every day. Initially, it might be tough to focus on the entire body. You can try to do only for the first half on the one day. On the next second day, you can try to focus on the below half. And as you do regularly, you will easily identify that whenever you're not in a normal mood, the muscles will really tell you, okay, you need to do something to calm down yourself. So that is a calming corner that we saw. Now we are going to do the next way that you can channelize your anger is to visualize. What is the best part of your life that you want to see yourself? So whenever someone turns you angry, whenever they try to blow the fuse out of you, make you as if you're boiling on water, what you can do is, okay, do I really need to react now? Is this the best thing that I can do now? I have bigger dreams to achieve. I have bigger goals to achieve. You can even think of your future. All this time we were thinking or appreciating the things that we have in life, showed gratitude, wrote a letter. We can even think much ahead and see the best possible version of you. Imagine that you have a startup and you're getting funds for your startup. That might be your best part that you want to achieve in your life. Or you look for a happy retirement. You find yourself in a small house surrounded by many trees. If you think that is the best part of life that you want to visualize, so in your red moments, I really want you to or urge you to think about what is the best part of life that you want to visualize yourself in. So the next technique that we were going to follow is to visualize. Do you want to become a family man, woman? You want to have a lot of achievements in your college? You want to see yourself getting a degree certificate or a job offer? What is the best part of life that you want to achieve? You can even take the chat box to type in. So in those moments, wherever you want to take a pause before you react to your anger moments, I want you to think about your future, that you really want to, what you want to really achieve in your life, or you feel that you definitely want to go through this phase of my life. So this is called visualization. You can pick one moment that you want to visualize yourself, the best part in your life, what you want to see in your life. It can be even writing a book and publishing it, seeing yourself as an author, as an entrepreneur, or telling a story in front of huge audience. It can be children, adults. What is that one thing that you want to see yourself in the future? So now I want you to take one moment in your life that you want to see in the future that you'll really feel happy about. It should bring you instant happiness. Oh, what if I achieve that? Why is it important? Because our brain, as far as I read, is when you visualize, your brain will consider that it has been done. Yes. I've got this job offer. Yes, I'm having a happy retirement. Yes, I'm a public speaker now. I'm talking in front of million of people. If you close your eyes and visualize even for a couple of seconds, your brain is going to calm down. It is going to have all those hormones stimulated to make believe. Your brain will think that this is happening for real. And it is directly related to your brain will feel calm down, and then your anger moments or the way how you're going to respond to your anger is also going to change. Okay, that's wonderful. PhD in storytelling to help neurodivergent community. That's lovely. And my best wishes for that. So what we are going to do is now take that one moment in your life that you will really feel happy about it. Okay. When you are visualizing it, think about everything in and around it. What dress you're going to wear for that day. How well you're going to get ready for that day. Did you practice for that day? And who is there supporting you? Who is there to give you best wishes, best of luck? Who is there in front of you to see you in your happy moment? Who is there supporting you? Is that an open field? Is that an indoor auditorium? So when you visualize, you just not stop with that picture in your mind. You're going to feel all the senses associated with it. Are you wearing a shoe on that day? Are you wearing a high heels on that day? Are you wearing a formal dress? Or are you in a traditional dress? Or even adorning your hair with flower? Are you wearing a tie on that day? And how did you reach that location? Did you commute? How did you commute? Did you walk there? Did you take your bike or cycle? So thinking or asking questions like this during your pause moment of anger will really help in keeping your mind continuously thinking about the same thing. You won't be distracted. So try asking more questions about it. So I want you to write what is that visual that you had in your mind and what are the questions that you're going to ask and support that visual so that your brain will really make it understand that it is happening for real. You can even type it in your chat that what is that one thing that you want to imagine or the best moment in your life that you're going to foresee in the future. So this technique is called visualization. You're going to mindfully visualize what you want to achieve in your life. Okay, let's go to the next technique. That is bringing in humor. Do you think it is easy for us to bring in humor whenever we are having a heated argument with your friends and family? Yeah, I have an answer for that. Simple dressing, lovely souls, friends, community understand the importance of awareness, acceptance, inclusion in terms of education and society. Yeah, that well explains your imagination and visualization. Thank you for that, Nina. Okay. After calming corner, we went to visualization, and now we are going to bringing in humor. So whenever we are having any heated argument at home, do you think it's easy for us to uh, turn the situation topsy-turvy and make everyone laugh? Do you think it's possible? No, Priyanka says no. Okay. I have a short story here. I just read it in a blog. There was a pond. Many teenagers were there in the pond playing with each other. They had lots of stones in their hands. They were throwing the stones on the pond and then they were trying to catch fish. They were all youngsters, okay? They are high in energy. Their hormones are really up and down. They are all teenagers. And then there came a old person who was having a uh, crutch in his hand, who was walking, crossing them. These teenagers want to really have fun, or even they were thinking about passing their time. What they said is they called that person and they cried for help. Help, help, we are in danger. Help, help, we are in danger. You are the only person or the only elder person around. We want your help. Can you please save us? Can you please help us? They all started to act, cry out as if they are desperately in need of a help. And you know what they said? All their legs are crisscrossed. Can you do this? Imagine all your legs are crisscrossed, or your 20 friends are there sitting around chatting, and all your legs are crisscrossed. Okay. And they said, oh, Tata, Grandpa, please help us. We are not able to identify our own legs. How are we going to get up and go? Can you please help us? Can you please help us? So, this is the situation. And the old person is going there for a walk. It was evening time, and then he is finding himself in a relaxed mood. He's just going around the pond for his evening walks. So, what do you think the grandfather or the old person would have done to bring in humor in this point? If you have any idea, you can share it. It will definitely make us tense, isn't it? It will definitely make the person angry because he was there doing his walking regime, and then he was being disrupted. He thought the teenagers are really in need of some help, but when he inquired, he found that they are just making some time pass with him. Yes, initially the old person was being triggered. He got angry. But what do you think he'd have done which made all the teenagers laugh? Any guess? You can type in the chat box. Okay. He had a crutch in his hand. What he did, he tickled all their feet. You know, we tickle children, we tickle our friends, isn't it? Whenever we find a funny situation. The old man took his walking stick and then he tickled all their fingers. They were already sitting around the pond. It was wet. And then when he tickled, instantly, what do we do? When someone tickles, we just react, isn't it? We move our body. So they were not expecting this kind of a reaction from the person. So immediately what they did, they all took their legs back. So the problem is also solved. They got identify of their own feet, and then this person, without getting angry or even without speaking a word, he did not scold them, he did not use harsh words. This man was so intelligent that he used the only thing that he was carrying. He was carrying a stick, and then he tickled them, and all of them started to get up from their place, laugh out loud, and then they became friends with that person. So do you think it is possible for you? It can be a challenge for yourself. Whenever you are finding yourself angry, can you find a humorous moment? Can you bring in humor there? Next time, whenever you're finding yourself or your friends angry, see if you can make the other person laugh. Of course, not in a harming way, not with harming harsh words. Something like this, something creative, something intelligent you can do so that you can bring in humor. This is a really, really tough one to do. But many of my friends and even my family members, I find them, they are very easily doing it with their words, with their actions, even with their face gestures. If I'm angry, if I see them, I feel like, oh, did I do this? I start to laugh. So this is a real challenge for you. You have to definitely try. Bring in humor whenever you're angry. So that is the next topic. I have some comments in the chat. Tickling people, how to make people laugh? Is it possible to? Okay. In that case, Eric, I'll share my own example. The last 6 months, I was working on this project, say anger management. My husband was really happy because he used to say me, see, you're doing this project, you should not get angry. Just follow all the principles. I definitely followed all the principles. I was not seeing myself red or getting harsh with people around me. Otherwise, what he would say, if there is no water flowing out of the tap, if the apartment is running out of water, if the tire gets punctured, or if my daughter is not coming home from school at right time, he will say that I'm blaming all the things on him. He is the only person responsible for the rain, for the sun, for having water, for having food, for not having food, whatever it is. He used to say I'm blaming him. So some positive, some realistic comments like this, whenever you're getting anger, whenever you're getting angry, some realistic comments that you can pass to the other person can really bring in humor, I believe. That is one of the example that I can share. Only for some, but not all. Okay. Okay, Lakshmi. Might be. Okay, sometimes maybe you need not consider of what the other person is thinking about you. First, you can try to cool down yourself, then you can think about the other person, maybe Priyanka. I mean, we. We can't tickle senior citizens. I don't think so. We can even try to tickle their neck or their arms. They might find it funny because not often people tickle them, isn't it? They might enjoy, I think. Okay, so that is one way to bring in humor and then control and manage your anger. So, considering time, let's go quickly to the other. Okay, the next thing is to seek people and speak to them openly. We are doing a series of writing and an activity. Now I want you to think in your mind, who is that one person whom you can go. It can be even at the midnight, you can make a call. Identify that one person who will be ready to listen to you, who will be actively listening to you without judgments, without any comments. Who is that one person in your life who you want to go and speak all your mind, whatever you have in your heart? I really want you to identify that person. I have conducted a survey recently, and many of you would have filled the form. I would like to share one interesting point. In the different ways where we want to address our anger, I gave one option to take professional help. In the case, to mean doctors or healthcare professionals who can really help you control the anger. It was interesting for me to find that only 0.1% of the people who submitted the form chose that option. Do you think it is wrong to take any professional help? It can be not only related to our anger, it can be of any emotions that we are struggling to manage. I found it very weird because I thought people can take professional help. So whenever you're finding angry and you want to channelize it or you want to calm yourself, this is another way to find that one person or your friends or family, one person in your life where who will give you their ears, who are all ears to listen to you. If you can't find one person who no, you're not able to find, you're finding it difficult, then you can directly go to a professional service. People are giving professional services for the same. Definitely you can go and speak with them. There's nothing wrong in taking a professional help, I believe. Of course, it's up to us to decide what is right and what is wrong. And the last thing is to identify the cause and effect of whatever we are speaking. Generally, when we get angry, we have this natural arguments, isn't it? We share different dialogues, different statements, but I'm just giving you some clues or tricks. Never ever use these two terms. You always, you never. These two are really dangerous. Even if the other person is not responding to you, even if the other person is not really bothered about whatever you have said so far, just these two statements will even turn the situation upside down. You would never get up early every day. You never keep up your word. You can never use these sentences. And something like you always keep using your phone, you always watch only TV, you always spend the money carelessly. Some statements like this we really need to avoid, especially when we are arguing over something. So if you are avoiding these two, you always, you never, these two dangerous starting statements, what else we can do? You can start with I statements. That really works like wonder. I I observe that you have been using the phone for a long time. Why don't you consider giving rest for your eyes? I see that you're not able to wake up early in the morning and finish the work. Do you need some help in the kitchen? Do you need some help in the household works? So these are some examples. So instead of going for a direct statements like you always, you never, always start with I. Always start with what concern you have in your heart. Put the statements directly and start with I. That will work like magic. So what you're going to do is you always, you never. You're going to change those statements to I. I find this difficult. I find this difficult to handle myself. Can you help me in some way or the other? I find it hurting when you use that word. Can you change it? Can you change the way you use the words? Something like that. Generalizing. You never do what you should do. Making a catastrophe. Okay, fine, Eric. Okay. Yeah, art or any other kind of therapies. That's true. Taking professional helps for different art forms and therapies. That will also definitely help. Yeah. One last thing is this one. So this is a form that you can quickly fill. I want you to write it in a notebook or even have a look. This is what are the things that you can decide now. So next time, whenever you're finding yourself angry, what all things will you do? If it is going to be relaxation skill, what you're going to do? If it is going to be distraction, like drawing or counting, what you're going to do? Or it can be a physical movement, taking a break, moving away from the situation, holding yourself back, and then you can going for a walk or jogging or thinking skills like you want to challenge yourself with bringing in humor, give a self talk, encouraging yourself with a self talk. So you can identify what are the coping skills that you will do to channelize your anger in an assertive way. I've categorized into four forms here so that you can differentiate and then choose at least two from each category. What relaxation skills you will try, what distraction skills you will try, what physical movements you will try, what thinking skills you will try. You can try to select at least two from each category. You can even type in the chat box of whatever different coping skills that you will try. You can mention it under different categories here.
Haritha, could you please just zoom in on the bottom half, like, just the
Okay, yeah.
skills,
Yes, yes.
so we can see the choices. Thank you.
Is it visible now, Priyanka?
Yes, that's much bigger. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Haritha, sorry, I was muted and responding.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Feel free to type in the chat box what are the coping skills that you would also like to suggest for people to try.
Haritha, we need to stop soon.
Yes, Eric, this is the last activity that I have.
Yes,
I'm wrapping up with this. This is the
maybe
last
come
activity.
out of the screen share and
Okay.
let's talk.
Okay, yeah, fine. Okay. So we are in the end. Do you think any of these skills will help you? At least one of it, at least a few of it? Visualization, breathing exercises, calming corner. You're identifying your circle of control, your positive mantras, giving a self-talk. Okay. I hope you found this workshop to be fruitful in some way or the other. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yes, it's been a wonderful workshop. You did a great job with the screen share. Perfect.
Okay, Eric.
And you made very good use of the chat section.
Okay, yeah, thank you,
Seeing how
Eric.
that really that's a good alternative to breakout rooms.
Yeah, I understand
Because
that.
it gets the
That's a good option.
interactivity going, but everyone can join in.
Okay, yes, that's true.
So it's been a
Okay, Eric.
wonderful workshop. Does anyone want to say anything? One or two things that you really got from this workshop?
Eric, I'd like to say something. I loved the anger iceberg. And the point that Haritha made, which was Haritha, that was fantastic. That, you know, a lot of times we're just angry and we think anger is the main emotion or the thing that I'm feeling. But underneath the surface, there's so much going on. And if we can really find what it was that triggered that anger, the real reason why that happened, then we'll be able to not just help ourselves, but also over time heal ourselves, you know, because a lot of these wounds are things which have happened over time. So thank you for that. That was fantastic. And of course, the techniques you have suggested, I'm sure out of the 8, I should be able to remember at least one when I'm really, really mad.
Yeah, definitely you will. Okay, thank you for that, Priyanka. Okay. Thank you everyone for participating actively and then giving your choices in the chat box too for different questions that was asked and participating in the activities too.
Great.
Thank you for this opportunity, Eric Miller.
Yes, it's been an excellent workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everyone.